Hi besties, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're doing what is right in front of you that you are not seeing. And to do this reading we are going to be picking out 4 piles together. So for pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like I was saying, for pile number 1, we have this picture. For pile number 2, we have this picture. For pile number 3, we have this picture. And for pile number 4, we have this picture. So take a look at which one of these 4 piles you're the most drawn to, and that's probably the pile for you here today. Again, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, always trust your intuition. It will guide you to the right readings. And as usual, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your times and I'll see you in your readings. Hi, pile number 1. So this is the card that you've chosen, and it says, be yourself around others. Now, on the other side, it says, the biggest assumption that humans make is that everyone sees life the way we do. We assume that others think the way we think, feel the way we feel, judge the way we judge, and abuse the way we abuse. We are afraid to be ourselves around others because we think others will judge us, victimize us, abuse us, and blame us as we do ourselves. Okay, so this is very interesting. I'm sort of getting an idea here of what is right in front of you that you are not seeing, pile number 1. But this is a coherent reading, so we're going to be picking out another oracle card that I believe will be very important for this reading, and then we'll be using your tarot cards. So, wow, that was quick. So, what do you have? This card keeps popping up on this channel. It's like cards know the energies of you, the viewers. So you have the Temple here. Okay, so now I'm going to be using the Osho Zen Tarot for your main reading, and then I will be using the Dark Mansion for your clarification cards. So, what is right in front of pile number 1 that pile number 1 is not seeing? What is right in front of pile number 1 that they're not seeing, please? Okay, so pile number 1, you have the 10 of Wands with suppression. Okay, you have the Knight of Swords with fighting. Okay, now that is making a lot of sense. This is building on the main idea that I felt from the beginning. You have 6 of Cups with the dream. Makes all the sense in the world. Oh my god. You have the Page of Swords with mind. Interesting. I can see that, pile number 1. Okay, now let's just take your clarification cards first before we start reading. So what is right in front of pile number 1 that they're not seeing, please? Can we get clarification, please? Thank you. So pile number 1, you have the 4 of Swords. A lot of swords in your reading. You have the Sun in conjunction with the 10 of Wands here, depicted as suppression in this deck. So you have the Hanged Man, of course. And that's in conjunction with your main card. Notice that, because we're going to be talking about that in a second. You have the King of Cups. You have the Moon. I feel you, pile number one. I really do. I have been in a similar situation. I really feel for you. Last but not least, you have the Five of Cups in conjunction with the Page of Swords. So pile number one, right in front of you that you are not seeing, as I can see from your spirit guide's message here, is that around you there is a person currently who's very dear to your heart. Someone with the Six of Cups who you've known for a very long time, perhaps even from childhood, for many of you. This person is someone who you, like we said, hold dear, and perhaps even for some of you, someone that you could hold as one of your dearest. This person is someone who does not see your connection the same way that you see it, pile number one. It seems like this person, maybe with the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords here, is causing a lot of, specifically in this deck, is causing a lot of mind trouble for you. Pile number one, you do feel that there's a dark side to this person. You do kind of feel like maybe they're giving you backhanded compliments, they're jealous. You might have seen a look or two that could have shown you a lot, things like jealousy, or that they are not wishing you well, or that they may not hold you as dear as you hold them. Pile number one. You've been denying this truth for a very long time. You feel, do you see how we have the sun and the moon here in the same placement? And so it's right in front of you, but you're suppressing it. And the reason you subconsciously feel it, but you're not doing much about it, is because this person is very dear to you. You might be going back to old memories of things that you've done together, how maybe you grew up together, or the beautiful moments that you've had together. Pile number one. It's devastating for you to think that you can lose them. It's heart aching for you to even consider it. But consider this, pile number one. My dear, beautiful pile number one. Like I said, my heart goes out to you. The thing is now, is that you are really sacrificing yourself. And while you may be holding on tightly to something so dear to you, you do realize that this person is growing more and more apart from you, is only there sometimes because they're comparing themselves to you, because they want to be around you and see what you're doing, to get some things from you, pile number one. With the Temple here, it seems like you have so much to offer. But as you can see with the depiction of the specific Four of Swords here in this deck, the Four of Swords talks about you thinking very deeply about something and considering very well the situation, because most often than not, pile number one, this person is not really positive with you. They may have been selfish, they may have been getting into petty arguments with you, selfish arguments, yes, with you, discussions, manipulative discussions, a little bit of gaslighting here and there. Obviously, it's something that hurts you a lot, pile number one. And again, going back to what I was saying, this Four of Swords in specific is depicted as someone who's mourning something, reminiscing over something that, or perhaps someone that has died. And maybe this is signifying that who this person used to be might no longer be there. And maybe this person has changed, or maybe the nature of the relationship changed as you grew up, or maybe your circumstances changed and they couldn't keep up with you, pile number one. They no longer see you the same way. They no longer treat you the same way. And to be quite frank with you here, they no longer love you the same way. What used to be so clear and innocent and loving in this beautiful connection in the past seems to be full of secrets now and full of hidden intentions. It's not clear anymore. And just like this card suggests, everyone sees the world the way they see themselves deal with the world. And because you have, it seems like, very good intentions towards this person, you keep seeing it in a better light. But because they are not looking at the world the same way you are, they look at you and what your intentions are and what you can do to them the way they would behave with you if they were in your place. So maybe they're exaggerating the comparison. Maybe now they think that you think you're better. Maybe now they think that you're probably looking down on them or want to compete with them. God knows what hidden intentions and what perhaps dark thoughts that they have towards you. And to them, pile number one, they're willing to lose you easier, much, much easier than you are willing to lose them. Pile number one. And I'm so sorry to tell you that. It breaks my heart telling you that. But I'm here to tell you what I see. Make no mistake, they of course hold the past as dear as you do, but they've moved on. Pile number one. They've moved on and you haven't. It seems like this is unthinkable for you sometimes to feel like you can sacrifice this relationship and let it go, even though deep inside you, you really know. Pile number one, you have the temple. You seem to be someone who's very well connected to your intuition. You feel it, you know it, and you keep ignoring it. Pile number one. And now your spirit guides are kind of really inviting you to consider this situation, to think about it, because it's harming your mental health, it's harming your aura, of course, and later might even harm your physical health. Pile number one. I think, unfortunately, and it breaks my heart as I say it to you, pile number one, I feel you, and I'm so sorry. But it seems like this is an invitation to finally and slowly let this person go, pile number one. In fact, what I'm seeing here is that when you clear out your temple, and the temple could be your body, your psychic aura, your energy, your mental state, when you clear out all of that by releasing this person, you clear out your aura and you vibrate higher. You're no longer suppressing emotions that are harming you and thoughts that are harming you. Do you see how much you have to go through to be around this person? And it seems like once you clear out this energy, and it doesn't mean that you need to cut them altogether, but you need to keep some boundaries and some space. Some of you need to keep boundaries. Some of you need to let this person go completely. You know, of course, your situation better. This is a general reading. But at the end of the day, it seems like you need to cleanse this energy out of your life. And that once you do, there seems to be the King of Cups here. You allow, it's like when you let go of something that is affecting affecting you negatively. When you take energy out, vacuum is created and something else comes in. So vibrate high. It seems like you, as you empty this temple and clear it out, you will be inviting much better types of relationships, friendships, family. God knows, of course, who this person is. And you allow better connections to form in your life, pile number one. And again, if it's very hard for you to completely sacrifice and let this person go, at least keep very strong boundaries. Don't tell them about the details of the things that you're doing. Don't tell them what you're up to, what you're thinking, what you're planning. Don't celebrate your wins with them. Don't go over and cry and tell them about your losses. It seems like they won't really have much empathy. Do you see? Kind of feel the cold eyes there, pile number one. So don't depend on this person emotionally, energetically, because this person is really vacant, is not there. Their place is vacant. They only now exist with the Six of Cups, only in your dreams, pile number one. It's like you're reminiscing over something that is finished. And you keep going back to that same physical body that once contained the energy that you so much love. With the feedback every time that this person is not it. This person is just not it. It's just not it. And that is what is right in front of you, pile number one, that you are not seeing. So pile number one, this was your reading. My heart goes out to you. I feel for you. I know what it's like. I'm giving you a hug. And I know you can persevere and go through this. And I know, let me show you pile number one. Very soon you'll be forming very balanced, beautiful relationships. Make no mistake about that. So pile number one, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two. So you've chosen this picture there, and it says refuse to eat emotional poison. Let's see what's on the other side. It says taking things personally makes you prey for predators. They can hook your attention with one little opinion and feed you whatever poison they want. Refuse to eat poison. Okay, so I kind of intuitively have an idea of what this card is trying to say. It's a bit different than the exact message of this card, but let's see. This is a coherent reading, so we're going to be picking out another oracle card for you, and then we'll be picking out your tarot cards. So what is this? Pile number two, you have the river. Interesting. All right, so let's keep these two here and see what your tarot cards have to say. So we'll be using this deck as your main deck for the reading, and then we'll be using the Dark Mansion for your clarification cards. So let's now shuffle with intention. What is right in front of pile number two that they're not seeing, please? What is right in front of pile number two that they're not seeing, please? I feel this one. This sound has to come out. Thank you very much. Okay, so let's see. Pile number two. Ooh, you have the Ten of Wands. That is the same card that came in the same place for pile number one. So this might be a sign, if you picked one or two, that these are your correct piles. Could also be a sign to check pile number one if you feel called to do so. Okay, so you have the Rebel, which is the Emperor. Interesting. Love that. Okay, this is confirming what I was seeing. Okay, so you have creativity with the Empress here. This is definitely confirming exactly what I'm seeing. All right, you have the Nine of Wands with exhaustion. Okay, so now let's pick up your clarification cards and see what is right in front of pile number 2 that they're not seeing, please. Oh, okay. Let's go one more time. What is right in front of pile number 2 that they're not seeing, please? Thank you. Let's see. Pile number 2. So you have, you have the Six of Wands. Wow. In conjunction with the Emperor, with the Rebel here. This is pretty cool. Okay. You have the Seven of Pentacles. This is even better than what I thought. You have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. In conjunction with the Ten of Wands, specifically suppression. We'll get to that in a moment. You have the Eight of Wands. Wow. Okay. Do you see how she's blowing something? There's a lot of movement here. We'll be talking about it again in a second. You have, wow. You won't believe this, pile number 2. You have the King of Cups landing exactly where pile number 1 landed. So this might be a sign for some of you. This came out. What is that? You have the Five of Swords, right? And last but not least, you have, the Four of Wands. Interesting. A lot of celebration going on here. So pile number 2, your message is super, super clear. It seems like you are burying something away, an aspect of you that you're not really giving enough credit to yourself for. I see torment of emotions. I see flooding. I see overwhelm. And I see you, pile number 2, not giving yourself enough credit for who you are, my dear pile number 2. And this might be a result with the Ten of Wands suppression here. It might be a result of bad conversations that happened in the past, a shadow aspect that you have to heal. Do you see how this woman is refusing to eat emotional poison, pushing it away? So there's a lot of movement in your reading, and we're gonna get to that in a second. But with the shadow aspect here, this could be perhaps parents that wanted to see you better but did not know how to do it and constantly beat you over. I don't mean physical beating, of course. Beat you over or made you feel bad over things that you didn't do, you didn't finish, didn't give you enough credit, proper credit for the things that you did do well. Maybe this was a teacher. Maybe this was a friend. Maybe it was a toxic community overall. At the end of the day, what this resulted in is you perhaps feeling guilty over giving yourself enough credit for who you are and what you're capable of doing. And it took a turn to the extent where you're not giving yourself enough credit to your own detriment. And you work very hard, you try to do things well, and then you work on yourself, and it seems like with the Emperor and the Empress both appearing in your reading, it seems like you are someone who's truly amazing. Everyone can see it. It's super obvious, except for you, pile number 2. Except for you, my dear pile. Except for you. You have so much potential in you. So many things about you that many people would love to have, and yet you refuse, with the Five of Swords here, to give yourself credit for that. You keep somehow exhausting yourself with finding faults at everything that you do, maybe, or finding little things that you didn't do well that spoil the celebration for you. Pile number 2. Even though your cards clearly show that you are the complete opposite, there's a dichotomy of energy here of who you think you are and what you really are. Do you see how the reflection, the water reflection, is so blurred, where you're clearly seen as one thing and who you really are is one thing, and how you see yourself is absolutely blurred? And with the river archetype here, pile number 2, this talks about acceptance, grace, reflecting, and forgiving yourself, healing, forgiving yourself for anything that isn't perfect, so that you can clearly see yourself for who you are. Yes, there's nothing wrong with learning from your mistakes and wanting to do better. Kudos to you, pile number 2. But come on, here you have to start seeing yourself clearly for who you are. You're a special gift, and you have to hold yourself in that regard. With the river archetype, this talks about the flow, the current, and there is a reason that so many rituals of change and rebirth take place in the river. It's like forgiveness, pile number 2. You do see as well that the Kaczan is taken from a river. You might not know this, but because of the Mindering rivers, when you take a look at them from above, they do look like serpents, and this is where the symbol for the Kaczan came from in ancient Greek, and that's why we use it as a healing symbol, because water heals. Pile number 2. So the water washes away what's no longer necessary. It helps us accept our mistakes and grievances, and it helps us move on and truly see ourselves. It's like a mirror. See ourselves for who we are. Accept our emotions, see our potential, and heal. And start seeing clearly who we really are, as opposed to the blurry image that is absolutely not true, one that has exhausted you a lot. Pile number 2. And the funny thing is, clearly here, as you can see with me in your cards, what is right in front of you that you're not seeing is you, pile number 2. Look in the mirror. You are one thing and you're seeing it as another. One thing and seeing it as another. You're tired. And I see your spirit guides inviting you to start healing this side of you and start acknowledging the wonderful things about you. I do see, however, that you will be creating emotional balance very soon, and that's what the King of Cups is all about. The King of Cups has seen it all, has been through it all, has created fluidity and grace through the experiences that they've been through. Now they know how to see things well. They're not blinded by emotions. It's exactly this message. They can see themselves for who they are, and they can see others properly as well for who they are. They've accepted things, they've made their reflection, they've forgiven themselves, and now they're starting anew. They see their blessings. Part of living a happy life is to acknowledge one's blessings. And you are so blessed, pile number 2. And so my advice to you, even your 8 of Wands, before I get into the advice, you see how even the 8 of Wands is wearing glasses that seem so tainted that she cannot see. And you're moving without seeing things properly for how it is. And so your transformation is pretty simple, pile number 2, as the river here suggests. Your healing process is to acknowledge your true self, to see it. Have sight of your true self, pile number 2. And one of the best ways to heal this and to see things, well, is to start journaling and writing down. You even have post here, the Eight of Wands. And to refuse to see yourself, refuse to eat emotional poison, refuse to taint every wonderful thing about you and see it as bad. And I do see here an advice of perhaps journaling, writing down the wonderful things about you every day. Every day before you sleep, which is the best time, but any time that you're free in pile number 2, take down a pen and paper and start journaling and write down who you are, what's your potential, what are the amazing things about you that you should be acknowledging. In fact, that you should be grateful for, because not everyone's blessed to have what you have, pile number 2. And this way, you start healing that part of yourself and genuinely start taking the blur away from you and seeing yourself for the beauty of who you are. And making friendship with yourself again, hugging yourself, befriending yourself, and starting anew with being the emperor and the empress. And this really shows me that not only are you unique, wonderful, more attractive than you think you are, and more powerful than you think you are, but I do see here a combination between the masculine element and the feminine element, making you truly a balanced person. And you're meant to balance yourself out there in your shadows, and now they need to come into the light. You're supposed to be someone very unique, very special. That's the truth. And I do see that you will be celebrating this soon. I don't know why the Six of Wands and the Four of Wands, both showing victory, celebration. In this deck in specific, they are coming, they're depicted as love here. So maybe for some of you, pile number 2, as soon as you heal this part of you, you will have cleared out your energy and your chakra. Again, male and female could be suggesting, this is of course gender free, I'm just saying, it could be suggesting a partner coming into your life very soon as you clear out this energy. This could be very evident for a lot of you, pile number 2. So my dear, beautiful pile number 2, it's really funny how you would be so special like that and not see it. What a world to mess up with your mind like that. So my beautiful pile number 2, that was your reading. It was my pleasure doing this reading for you. I hope you've enjoyed it too. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell to end this tournament of emotions, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 3. So you've chosen this card and it says ignore the opinions of others. Let's see what it says on the other side. Whatever people do, feel, think, or say, don't take it personally. Others are going to have their own opinion according to their belief system. So whatever they think about you is not about you, but it's about them. Now, believe it or not, pile number 3, I just got an intuitive kick that is completely different than what we're reading. And as usual, I'm going to wait. I'm not going to start saying exactly what I feel, because this is a coherent reading. A big aspect of it could be true. It could be all of it. So we're going to wait. This is a coherent reading. And we're going to pick out another oracle card. And we're going to... Oh, well, that's ready. The Shapeshifter. I think I'm getting what this is about. What is right in front of you, pile number 3, that you're not seeing. So now let's take a look at your tarot cards. As usual with the other piles, we'll be using this deck as your main deck. And then we'll be using the dark mansion for clarification. Okay, apologies, I had to take some noise out. All right, so let's ask, what is right in front of pile number 3 that they're not seeing, please? Okay, your cards came out straight away. I feel this one. Whoa! These are a lot. I wasn't expecting all of that, but that's what this pile requests, yeah. So you have pile number 3, the 8 of Swords with guilt. Yes, now this is confirming what I have in mind. You have the 3 of Wands with experiencing. You have, ooh, the Queen of Wands with sharing. Okay, you have the 7 of Cups with projections. Yep. Okay, so these are going to be your clarification cards as well. You have the 6 of Swords with the burden. Yes, yes, yes. You have, ooh, you have the World with completion. You have, wow, the Wheel of Fortune. Things are gonna change completely. Okay, I know now what this is, what this wants to say with the completion and the Wheel of Fortune. You have the 2 of Swords. Aha, okay. Okay, thank you very much. You have the Lovers. Oh, with sharing, that's so sweet. Okay, and you have, last but not least, pile number 3. Whoa, the 6 of Wands with victory here in conjunction with the 7 of Cups. So pile number 3. What is clear for me here, what I see as right in front of you that you're not seeing, pile number 3, is that you are slowly slipping back into a bad habit or an old habit that is not really right for you. Pile number 3, or is not serving you, is the right word. And that habit that I see in specific here has to do something with people pleasing in specific, or not presenting yourself with people the way that you want to present yourself. Pile number 3, it seems like to me that you're a very loving person with the Queen of Wands in conjunction with the Lovers. It seems like you're a very giving person, a very empathetic person, a very loving person as well. And it seems like you're falling back into the old habit that you have, obviously, as seen here, trained yourself a lot on not to do, but you're slowly slipping back into it. And we're going to talk about it in a second. But what I can tell you here, pile number 3, is that, again, what you're not seeing at the same time, not only are you not seeing that you're slipping back, but what you're not seeing is that you're right towards the end of healing, of this healing journey, of this specific shadow. Pile number 3, you're right about to complete and understand how to do things. It's the end of the cycle, and once you see things, these blind spots that you're not seeing, it will make you understand why you project this attitude, why you do that when you really don't want to. And we're going to be talking about that with the Wheel of Fortune and the 6 of Swords in a minute. But if you're starting to realize that with me and going, oh my God, am I not going to finish with this? You are going to be finishing with this pile number 3 very soon. And I really see it in your cards, and I'm actually going to be elaborating exactly what I'm seeing and what your spirit guides are advising you to do with this last step with the 3 of Wands here, the last step with the completion again of what the last step of what you're supposed to do. But before we get into what you're supposed to do exactly, let's first take a look at where you fall, and that's also equally important. Here I see you falling into the trap of worrying. Of course, see, this is why ignore the opinions of others. You worry about how you're going to be seen, how they're going to judge you, and then it makes you feel stuck, and it makes you go back to this old habit, because part of you might think that you don't mean to be giving or loving, or that you're afraid of being misunderstood here. And so you quickly sometimes fall back into the trap of feeling like you're stuck, and you need to please people so that they don't think negatively of you, pile number 3. Now, you've changed a lot with the shapeshifter here. Make no mistake about that. But what I see here is that there are certain types of people where you're now falling into pleasing. And this is the part that you need to heal. This is your blind spot here, pile number 3. Your blind spot, and what you're not seeing, what you're being invited to see today, pile number 3, has to do with how you view others. And so the main advice here is to never, first of all, see yourself as above others or look down on others, and never look up to others. And of course, by looking up to others, I do not mean not learning from others. No. What I mean is look up to the things that you want to learn from others. But don't put anyone in the world below you or above you. And so nobody is better than you, pile number 3, and you're not better than anyone else. And that's the balance here that you need to have. This way, balancing your energy and seeing people as equal as you, pile number 3, head to head, will help you not fall into the trap of worrying if they misunderstand you, or worrying that they may not like you, or worrying about their opinions, or whatever it is exactly. It puts you on solid ground. It makes you feel balanced. And it takes away the triggers that happen with that type of thinking, pile number 3. And this is your last piece of the puzzle that will really help you and guide you forward, and change this way of doing things that you're not seeing, because you usually don't realize, you don't see that you're falling back into that, even though it's right in front of you. And with this lack of balance, pile number 3, it really prevents you from being free and presenting yourself the way you want to present yourself. I see you here with the shape shifter, wanting to appear as one thing, but not being able to appear as that thing you keep agreeing with yourself to be, because you fall back with the trigger. And look, a lot of the things you've agreed with yourself to be, I really do see that you have done. So good for you, pile number 3. Good for you. You have come a very long way, my dear pile. I'm very proud of you. Good job. Now you have one last piece left, and that's to understand that no one in the world is ever above you, and you are not ever above anyone. And balancing yourself with that type of thinking, you're not intimidated by anyone or triggered by anyone. And that's done at an unconscious level. I mean, you're not really consciously seeing what we're talking about here. And that's why you're beginning to see it with the completion card here with the third eye chakra, being conscious about it now. This all used to happen at an unconscious level. You never kept telling yourself, oh, they're better than me and I'm not better than them. Yeah, this happened at an unconscious level. And being aware that there is some sort of unconscious thoughts that you're not seeing that is happening right in front of you is a way for you to have more awareness the next time it happens, so that you deal with it in a better way. And that's why the completion card is here. I think it's the last training that you're going to have on this topic. I see you being much stronger. I see you being balanced emotionally. And in fact, with the Six of Wands ending your reading, the Six of Wands is a card about victory and success. So it does look like to me that you will be succeeding in cultivating loving and beautiful relationships with others without falling back into this bad habit and slipping back into pleasing others or not being your true authentic self. Pile number 3. I really do see that this is the end of all that, and perhaps this is why you need to hear this reading today of what is right in front of you that you're not seeing, so that you realize it again, pick yourself back up, go back on route where you were already moving towards and ending this cycle. You ending this cycle, as you can see, will completely change things for you. It will help you be your authentic self. There's a difference here between how you used to present yourself with the shapeshifter here, archetype, and between the Queen of Wands, who's proud, who's confident, who's comfortable in her own skin, who's centered, yet very passionate. Pile number 3. So always remember 2 things, my dear pile number 3. No one in the world is better than you, and you are not better than anyone. Maybe you're at different stages. Maybe we can all be inspired and learn from each other. Maybe we all have different blessings, but no one is ever better than you, and you are not better than anyone. That's the first thing. Second thing, forgive yourself for mistakes, brush it off, take the learning in, and try again. Didn't work, fell back into pleasing, that's okay, that's okay, it's okay. That's how we learn, right? Fine. Center yourself and try again. And you're going to do it, pile number 3. I can see it in your cards. This is the end of this journey, my beautiful pile number 3. So I'm so happy for you, pile number 3, and I'm so proud of how far you've come. I know you're going to rock this, pile number 3. I loved your reading. I loved seeing your power. You're nearly there. Hold on. And so that was your reading, pile number 3. If you've enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number 4. So you've chosen this beautiful picture, and it says cultivate faith. On the other side, it says to have great faith is to have great power, because your intent, your will is undivided. When your word isn't dissipated by doubt, the power of your word becomes even stronger. Now, I'm getting really excited about this pile. I feel like this is going to turn out to be my personal favorite pile. Okay, so let's see what's up here. What is right in front of you that you're not seeing? I think I'm starting to see it, but we're going to wait because this is a coherent reading, and we're going to see what your spirit guides have to say exactly about what is right in front of you, pile number 4, that you're not seeing. I hope I didn't say 3. Okay, so you have Alethea. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Interesting that that came up, because I was kind of wondering when is that card going to be popping up, and that thought in itself and that popping up here is really showing me confirming what I have in mind. Okay, so we're gonna be using this deck as your main deck, and then we're going to be using the Dark Mansion for your clarification. So that's the plan, unless Spirit shows us otherwise. So pile number 4, what is right in front of you that you're not seeing? What is right in front of you, pile number 4, that you're not seeing? What is right in front of pile number 4 that they're not seeing? Okay, so pile number 4, you have the 9 of Swords with sorrow. Okay, this is really confirming what I see. Sorry to be hyping you up, but I'm hyped up about this. So you have the 9 of Swords. You have the 6 of Pentacles with compromise. You have, ooh, the Devil with conditioning. Makes sense, of course. You have, ooh, the Star. You're gonna love your reading, pile number 4, with silence. Okay, do you know that song? Of course you do. The Sound of Silence. Oh my god. Okay. We have a few seconds to go. So what is pile number 4 not seeing that is right in front of them? Let's go one last time. What is right in front of pile number 4 that they're not seeing, please? Okay, so pile number 4, you have the 5 of Pentacles, the 4 of Wands. This card popped up in most of the readings, in today's readings. Unbelievable. You have the 2 of Swords. Yes, makes so much sense. You have the 7 of Cups. You have the Queen of Swords. Lovely. And you have the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, yes, yes. So pile number 4, like I said, I'm so excited about your reading. So what I'm seeing here, pile number 4, what is right in front of you that you're not seeing is that you are nearly done with something. You're nearly about to manifest something and you're losing hope. You know what? There is even an emoji, not an emoji, a meme for this that we keep seeing on social media. I think we've stopped seeing it for years and years now. But I remembered this meme or picture a couple of days ago and showed it to one of my clients during a reading, and now it's popping up in yours. Let me show it to you. So this is exactly the meme that I'm referring to. You know how someone is right about to do something and gave up at the wrong time. It's very critical. This is exactly what we're seeing here in this reading. And so pile number 4, what I'm seeing here is that you're working, first of all, very hard towards something. You're manifesting something is exactly the word that I want to say. It seems like it's right about to happen to you. You're about to claim it, but there's so much doubt. You feel like it's not happening. You're frustrated. You're doubting everything, and you're about to lose hope, because to you, from your point of view, pile number 4, is that things are going very slowly. You've been wishing for it, dreaming for it, manifesting, and with the Queen of Swords, it seems like you've been working very hard towards it. And so the question now is, since you've been working so hard, where is the reward? It's not there. But you're not seeing it. Pile number 4, you're right about to manifest this. And this is what Aletheia is all about. It's about the truth. It's about clarity, and it's about revelation, disclosure. You're about to see something come to life. You see, with Aletheia here, your soul recognizes the truth. And when your soul sees the truth, knows it's going to happen, all the facts and figures in the world fall by the wayside. And that is the power of Aletheia here. Your soul knows it. Pile number 4, it's about to happen to you. Yet in the 3D, you feel stuck. You're having negative thoughts. You're about to give up. You feel anxious. You feel lack. And you're overwhelmed with doubt at the moment. Great doubt. Right on the verge when things are about to change for you. When there's revelation about to happen for you, pile number 4. And this is really the truth that is right in front of you that you're not seeing. And I see your spirit guides here telling you, hold up, wait. With the 4 of Wands, it does look like pile number 4, you might feel anxious at the moment, but it's on the brinks of happening. You'll be celebrating it very soon. So keep the faith, pile number 4. Don't let anything at the moment put you down. And I really understand why you feel stuck, why you're on the verge of giving up here, because with the Queen of Swords, you've done your best. You've been tackling your tasks. You've been going after your dreams. You've been doing it all. And you've been studying, you've been thinking, you've been planning. And I can see from your point of view, like, what else am I supposed to do here? I've done it all. I put my heart and soul here. And I'm supposed to claim something, and it's not happening. All I can see is everything going slowly, nearly not moving at all. And I see a lot of, of course, sorrow with the 9 of Swords. I see a lot of pain for the time you think you have wasted. I see a lot of feelings of a little bit of victim feeling, like it's unfair. Like it's not fair because of the 6 of Pentacles here. How you put so much work and that life hasn't given you back. Again, this unfairness that I'm feeling, that I'm seeing here. I see that you've put so much and you feel that you haven't been taken back what you're supposed to claim, even though obviously what you're manifesting here, obviously what you're working towards manifesting here is something that you've put so much effort in, is something that is supposed to set you free because you're unique in something. You know you're unique here. You know you're talented. And yet you're not getting anything. But that's a big mistake. And this is what is right in front of you energetically, pile number 4, that you're not seeing. You're right on the brinks of making your wish come true. Pile number 4, you have gone so far. There's little to come. And so don't give up now. You're right on the verge of making your dream happen. I know you might be burned out, tired, frustrated, and perhaps a little bit angry now. So I would advise you to take a break, rejuvenate, calm, find your peace and your center so that you can find clarity again and calmly go back to hustle mode, the healthy hustle mode, of course, and start working towards that dream. Because pile number 4, as you can see, It's yours to claim. It's going to happen for you. You're going to laugh at these moments where you were just about to give up and it was about to happen for you. Pile number 4. You're going to feel free. It's going to set you free very soon. You're going to feel relieved. And it's really all about continuing to manifest. Don't let this devil energy of making you feel stuck or making you vibrate lower, because there's a dichotomy of energies here. You're a great manifester. You have so much hope and believe in yourself. But at the same time, you're starting to have opposite emotions of being fed up, of absolutely not believing it anymore, anger, and so much more. And your spirit, I see your spirit guides here telling you to pick, because you're picking. You don't know what to pick now. You don't know what to believe now. And so I really do see your spirit guides to pick who you always were, the great manifester, to go back to believe even though you can't see it. Continue to work, continue to do what you need to do, continue to finish your research. Do it properly, pile number 4. Check what are your last steps. Do you need to talk to an investor perhaps? Do you need to market it in a different way? Is there something that you're missing, that you need to do, that will click? And that is what I'm seeing for you, pile number 4. Hold on, keep it up. You're about to make it come true. My beautiful pile number 4. I'm so excited for you. I wish I can hold your hand and tell you, please don't give up. I'm here. I wish I can help you. But all I can tell you from my heart is to continue going after your dream and going after what you want, because you're about to achieve it. Pile number 4. In fact, as you can see, the 4 of Wands popped up in your reading, and that's the opposite of your current energy, of your anxiousness or your worry of the future. Your opposite energy in the near future is you celebrating, because the 4 of Wands is all about celebration, having a dream come true, celebrating something that you really wanted dearly. Pile number 4. And it would be such a shame, don't you think, to let go of all this marvelous effort and talent and God knows what else you've done over just a little bit more of a push. Pile number 4. And this is truly what I'm seeing here for you. This is why you can't see it, and maybe this is why this pile, through this pile, your spirit guides wanted to show you that this is what you're not seeing, that is right in front of you. Pile number 4, and you're about to achieve it. So pile number 4, all the best of luck. You're a wonderful manifester. I hope I hear great news from you soon. And I'm personally rooting for you, pile number 4. So my beautiful pile number 4, that was your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. Don't forget to click on your notification bell, and I'll catch you in the next reading. Please don't give up, okay? Bye.